Welcome, my beautiful people, again to another little nightcap. As promised, I will be reading something called True Ablutions that I've talked about. And before I do that, I just want to talk to you simply about when I started studying Sufism, Sufism, which is a mystical form of, many will say it's a religion, and I'm not going to go into it. But basically, the point is when I was studying, it kind of helped explain a lot that I could not within my soul's journey on the time I was learning about self defense and how that transformed my life. So, this was all during that time. And basically, I loved this piece that I read, and I loved it because it is a perfect example of one way to connect. And if you are somebody who the word God does not resonate with you, you can replace it. As I always say, that's how I learned, is that you can replace it with something else. You can omit it. You can say, you can reference yourself, So, whatever you would like to do, but the point of doing it, that I love this ablutions, it's actually used in a lot of cultures. So it's about cleansing and washing of yourself. So a lot of cultures, lots of religions, but I just love it because if you actually sincerely do this when you are bathing, um, even just your face, right, instead of just your whole body from top, from head to toe, you will still appreciate it. So in terms of using that word ritual, something to do often and not just every once in a while, this is something that's going to help you connect, okay? And by connecting, this is how you will reap the rewards of life and bring great things to you. Okay, so True Ablutions. This is from the book, The Illuminated Prayer, and it is by Coleman Barks and Michael Green, and they are creators of the Illuminated. Rumi was a very famous Persian poet. Okay, so he has his own little story and is very much revered. And he's from the 1800s, so he writes a lot of beautiful things. Kind of reminds me of my own kind of writing. But of course, I'm sure he's way better than me was. Okay, true ablutions. When you're performing your ablutions, it is not merely washing your hands and feet. That is not the real point. Washing eyes, ears. The purpose of washing each of these parts of your body is that it gives you time, bit, part by part, to move your awareness away from the world and towards God. The ablutions fall into an easy, natural sequence. Each action is done 3 times with an appropriate blessing. Wash the hands to the wrists. May these hands be instruments of peace. Then cup a handful of water to the lips with the right hand, rinsing the mouth 3 times. May this mouth speak only the pleasing words, the healing words, the true words. Then lightly snuff water into the nose 3 times, which has a remarkably brightening effect on the senses. May I long for the sweet fragrance of sanctity. Then wash the whole face and eyes. May this face shine with the light of compassion. May these eyes see the work of the Creator everywhere they look. Run damp and refreshing hands over the top of the head. Pass the wet tips of the fingers inside and outside the ears and over the nape of the neck. May these ears hear only the resonance of the Creator. May this neck bend in humility to the One. Lastly, wash the feet up to the ankles. May these feet walk on holy ground. So I wanted to finish off by saying, since those of you who don't know and haven't heard me talk about my writing, I was more of a creative writer growing up, but language has always been something that's kind of penetrated me at my core, and it's something that really gets through. So I'm not the only one that this is effective for, and I wanted to share that sometimes that's all we need to get through, right? Those certain words and things said in the exact way that we need to hear them. And so I encourage you to pursue these types of things, whatever it is along your path, whoever your spiritual teacher is, philosopher, whoever you believe. There are many resources and things out there. Um, maybe it could even just be singing hymns or different things like that when you go to church or wherever you go. Right, these things that have been around for a long time, chanting. And so I encourage you to do that. And I wanted to share with you this because it was very beautiful. I didn't find it till later in life, but I really love it. It's very creative, and maybe it will work with you and help you connect. And I used my candle red. I wanted you to focus on because this is a way that helps bring can bring stillness and focus. And red is definitely beautiful for love and compassion of self and others. And whatever practice you end up picking for yourself, it doesn't have to be this. This is just a recommendation, and you can decorate your little sacred space however you want. I have multiple things that I use. I'm not showing you today specifically everything that I have, but designating a sacred space can be very helpful, because it does help bring focused intent, to what you are doing, and making things serious for the things you want to create in your life, and also happiness for yourself. Okay, so that is all for this evening, and I will talk to you next time.